But this is going to be very interesting to watch.
We are about to watch them play though, and I'm excited because I know Kels is going to be the aggressor in this scenario, but Jay is definitely going to be doing a lot of work and a lot of follow-ups with a hard-hitting character like the Brawler.
So we only have one Mii player in Quebec City. He actually plays all the Miis.
Shoutouts to Kels, also sponsored by Detonate, and has that Detonate controller. It's really hype, but not as hype as what we're going to see out of Jay right now on the stream. Shout him out.
So a lot of matches are being played right now.
A smart ban's out of Dream Team right now. I just heard them ban Town and City, so that's definitely not where you want to go. The more platforms there are, the more Kels has trouble running around. So good on them to ban that stage, and smart on Gina and Stroumbert's part to take them here to Battlefield for game number 1.
Of course, this stage has the biggest blast zones of all the stages.
It's like the Dreamland. Dreamland in Melee. Dreamland in Melee is basically the opposite of Battlefield type of thing. Battlefield in Melee is like Dreamland in this, and vice versa.
Because Dreamland is actually pretty small in this, considering that the characters are way bigger than Melee.
Kels with an unfortunate SD there. Lost her double jump and messed up with her side B, but Jay did get that fully charged punch, and he can bring this back very quickly.
So Stroumbert sitting pretty at only 34%, and already stock down, as you saw. Unfortunate SD, but there's nothing they cannot bring back, especially with those clutch kills coming from the Mii Brawler up B and his fully charged punch.
Oh, and he misses the punch there, whiffs it, but it is not too bad. Jay opting not to throw to Kels, but opting to create a wall for Kels to just sit back and relax and tank that stock, seeing as she took so much damage during the first exchange and she lost the stock.
But Red Team doing a very good job, almost breaking the shield. You're going to see Stroumbert do that a lot throughout the day. He's just giving you a very good warning, don't shield too much against me. Because that neutral B is of course going to break your shield if you end up shielding it a little bit too much.
Yeah, Kels with some excellent follow-up there, making sure to seal the deal on that flying corpse. And takes the stock, and Jay might have to go and help her. No, she makes it back just so fine on her own. Jay opting to recover high, forcing Gina to back off to try and cover the landing, which leaves Stroumbert alone against Kels and lets her get safely back on stage as well.
Now, since that SD, Blue Team has been doing a very, very good job. Of course, Crazy Little Jay tanking that stock at 129%, with Stroumbert doing the same thing for the other team.
Jay with some massively clutch DI plays right now, making sure to stay alive at 149%.
This is a full rage Mii Brawler. That was a very unsafe forward smash.
Oh, wow, gets the down throw to forward air, 2 up B, not quite enough to close out Gina's stock, and Gina with some excellent DI, make sure not to use that limit break up B to get back on the stage, so he does have that limit break on deck, and he's going to want to use the side B against Kels to close out the stock, I'm sure.
Oh, and Stroumbert getting caught by that Mii Brawler's up B, unfortunately losing his stock. But this is very even right now. But Supergirl Kels losing your second stock, and suddenly Red Team's in the lead. Now Red Team trying to stay in the lead right now.
Kels trying her best to rack up damage, but also stay safe.
Of course, Sonic is going to have a lot more trouble moving around freely in Battlefield. This is not Final Destination.
Good DI out of Stroumbert. Kels made the right decision there, front smashing, knowing that her brother wouldn't die, but Stroumbert might, and Stroumbert with some good DI stays alive. Back throw to up B. Oh wow, Jay just missing the catch. Jay does have that fully charged punch on deck. I'm anxious to see what he does with it.
Oh, and the neutral B coming back on stage, clipping Kels. And this is going to be the end of...
And does a short hop out of shield, baits the shield, and the second he lets go, gets that down smash. Kels, knowing, shields it herself, and now Blue is up a stock, but has a lot of percent.
Of course, if Jay loses his stock right now, this is going to be a pretty even game. But he's survived to 149% his first stock, and he shows no signs of slowing down right now. 115, he still hasn't lost his stock.
And Stroumbert gets a nice back air there to close out Jay's stock, so Kels will not be able to take that. But good on Kels to still be alive despite all of the percent she took and despite losing a stock super early with that SD.
So without that SD, that would have been a clear blue team advantage. But this is now pretty even as Kels is sitting at 88%. This is very close to kill percent. A very good tipper forward smash will take the stock. Especially
she's
now.
down 110%. Almost any smash will kill, so she's got to be careful not to get by hit any of her brother's moves either.
But of course, Sonic with a lot of KO potential up top can possibly take a quick stock off of Cloud or Marth.
Oh, gets her shield broken, and she's going to fall off. No, she's not quite going to fall off stage, but Stroumbert dies, and now it is Jay versus Gina.
So Cloud is sitting at 104%, only 68% on me Brawler, but this is nothing impossible for Gina.
He does have that rage on deck, which Jay does not have. Oh no. Unfortunate SD out of Jay, flipping the wrong way. It's just heartbreaking to see that.
He was doing a very good job tanking the stocks, but two unfortunate SDs from the blue team actually gave that win on a silver platter to Dream Team, to a nice Stroumbert.
So, not to be biased against Montreal, but that was two SDs, and it was still last hit, last stock.
Yes.
So, if Kels and Jay can get it together, they definitely have a very good advantage. They definitely have a shot. All Gina and Stroumbert need to do is ride this momentum and keep those flubs coming. They want to put as much pressure as they can, and they outside of the whole gameplay, they really just want to make it close, because that puts Kels and Jay in a nervous situation whether they like it or not, and I think that psychological warfare is a little more important right now than a strong play.
And actually the counterpick will be Final Destination or Omega Kalos League. Final Destination, of course, a very good counterpick for Sonic, especially without those platforms. Supergirl Kels will be able to move around freely and not be ambushed from the top.
Also a very smart pick, if you are paying attention. They went to the... I apologize. They went into the Omega stage, which makes sure that they could have done this also on Boxing Ring. They want a stage where both of them have that wall jump option if they need it to recover. Whereas Gina has his, but it's not quite as good, and Stroumbert doesn't have it at all. So this is a very advantageous stage. Jay's going to get that punch on deck, going in fearlessly with that dash attack, just trying to put as much pressure as he can, trying to ride the momentum of last game and just completely swing it the other way.
Of course, this is still pretty even, so Kels is the one that has taken less damage as of now.
That's what happens when you run around and don't get hit. Tries to nair and get the weak nair on her brother, but doesn't want to risk it and potentially save Stroumbert as well, so she lets them both die.
So this was a very good compromise, but this just puts them back to even. Stroumbert will be looking to make the most out of the second stock now. So will Jay.
Oh, both of them spot dodging very well on that neutral B. Stroumbert getting a little greedy with those, and they're starting to read it. Well, more importantly, they're reading the amount of charge he's doing on it.
Of course, both Gina and Supergirl Kels tanking their stocks. The back throw is going to take the first stock from...
and then Stroumbert answers back with a front smash of his own, but Jay's front throw isn't going to be enough to close out Straumbert's stock, but he is the most percent right now.
This can go either way right now. Renti doing the most out of that Omega counterpick.
So much pressure out of blue team right now, just chasing in the air. And Jay finally landing a punch, the first one of the set, and it's going to matter because now Straumbert's down to his last stock.
And now both Jay and Gina are going to be looking to hold on to those stocks for as long as possible. Of course, Kels still a very low percent on her second stock also. This is a very clean advantage for blue team.
See, that's one thing I love about watching Kels and Jay is you're going to see Kels all constantly go for those follow-ups on Jay's strong hits to try and make sure that they can add as much percent as they can. And she also loves going for those footstool combos.
Oh, and the up B clipping Stroumbert. He's slowly but surely getting to kill percent. He could lose his stock quite early.
If we want to talk about kill percent, look at Jay right now.
And he's going to die off that side B, I believe. Yes, that is going to do it. But still, red team has to find an answer.
Stroumbert trying to be very careful on that ledge, making sure to dodge, not getting grabbed by Kells, because a back throw from Kells is going to make it very difficult, and Marth's recovery is not super good, and there's not a lot of ways to mix it up, and he knows that Kells loves going for those springs.
So Stroumbert,
that was almost the most impressive thing I've ever seen. Kells up B'ing while Jay was getting the multi-hits, the spring hit Stroumbert, and then she almost closed Straumbert's stock off with the back air.
But now Gina also on his last stock, and Stroumbert almost at full rage. So any stray hit will kill him at this point.
Jay gets a nice throw off stage, and he follows it up by hitting Gina for a lot of damage.
The spring coming through, but Stroumbert very smart. Oh, the power shield the neutral B.
The longer Stroumbert stays alive right now, the better it is for the red team. He just needs to close out Kells' stock, and it's still doable with that rage, but he's got to be very careful about what he chooses to get hit by.
Oh, and Cloud dies, not making it back to the stage. So now there's a very high percent Stroumbert sitting alone against 3 stocks for the blue team.
With 179%, no less.
He's going to get punished? No, he sidesteps just in time.
Excellent fundamentals out of Stroumbert right now, making sure I throw out the right amount of normals in order not to get Jay landing, but also keeping Jay enough in the air that he can't throw out a move and, like, trade. But good on Jay to go for that approach, gets that down smash, closes out the stock, and they were both on their last stock at least, so it's still like a very close set, and I'm anxious to see what we're going to see here in Game 3.
So I'm not quite sure where you counterpick a Mii Brawler and a Sonic in that situation, but
they made the necessary adjustments. They played more patient. You saw Jay go for a lot less stuff off stage, but when he would come back with the moves and play it safe.
So you're going to be next on stream, but of course we still have a game to go here.
So
Red team,
a lot of debate right now. I'm wondering what they're thinking about doing. Honestly, they've each taken a game, so a character switch isn't really going to be an option. But they're going to take it to Duck Hunt, which is an interesting stage choice, and it still gives Sonic a lot of room to run around, but there are some platforms for Gina and Stroumbert to work with, because they love platforms. They love going for those up airs.
Both teams showing a lot of synergy, very good teamwork coming from both of them. Of course, against Sonic, you do not want to get caught by that up air from that tree. This could be potentially very dangerous. And no team seems to be having the advantage at the beginning of this match.
Yeah, a lot of stuff happening in that tree. Kells going for some up B into back air. Stroumbert not having any of it. Stroumbert going low for the ledge. Kells going high. These players are just kind of feeling themselves out because now it's Game 3. Now it really matters. They don't want to be too hasty.
Of course, all 4 players are going to look to play very, very patiently, not getting hit by those big hits that matter.
Yeah, excellent follow-up on Jay's part, recognizing which throws Kells uses and following up with that up B.
Oh, and that forward smash is going to take Cloud stock, but not Mii Brawler's stock.
And Stroumbert using that spring, he was dead. Kelson shot another unnecessary spring, and Stroumbert used it to his advantage and made it back onto the stage. Great awareness.
Of course, Kells has been using a lot of those springs to just clip the recoveries. Of course, it's very efficient on Cloud.
I bet she's regretting saving him now. How did you just got 2 kills off the blue team, getting that side B kill after that tipper front smash.
And he's the one tanking stocks right now at 106%, still on his first stock, and every other player has lost his first stock already.
Immaculate spacing on that tipper on Jay.
The back throw is not quite going to kill Stroumbert. He's making it back with the edge guard from Jay.
Regrabbing the ledge, but unfortunately Jay was a little too close and got hit by the sword. Jay opting to recover high, goes for that up smash, not quite enough to close out Gina's stock, and now that limit break is on deck.
Of course, Cloud is going to be very dangerous, and all that rage on Marth might be paying off if he gets a good tipper forward smash or any tipper at all.
Any damage he's doing right now is completely gravy. Now everyone's tight on stocks, but Gina's sitting at 100 and Stroumbert at 0.
Gina dying from that up air from
Kel's
Sonic.
bringing him high, making sure to get rid of that limit break before it gets used against her and her teammate.
Knee Brawler almost at full rage.
No, he is at full rage. Full rage is 125%.
Isn't it 150?
No, it's 125. I think. I could be wrong, you could be wrong. Anyway, he's definitely at it now.
Yeah,
156%.
Of course,
Stuck
at
in that
full
tree,
rage.
and that makes it so difficult to land. Using the good mix-up with the side B, though, that flip kick is so useful at mixing up where you're going to go and where you're going to land, and landing in this game is so important.
Oh, and Supergirl kills with that clutch up air kill on Stroumbert. Now she has 2 stocks and everybody else has 1.
Oh, he gets the double back air, and now Gina's dead. He lost his double jump, he was spamming it a little too hard, and now he's gone. And now it's up to Stroumbert to close out these 3 stocks in the blue team.
If he gets rid of Supergirl kills stock, this might be doable for him.
Yeah.
But this is not
I would say
gonna be.
Kels needs to be the aggressor right now. Jay has that punch.
Oh, went for that B reverse. That was a very good
Oh
team
my.
combo. But Stroumbert able to land on stage.
And Jay has that full punch on deck.
Oh, and
Jay
just misses
barely
off
missing the timing. Unfortunate team kill, but Straumbert's only at 108%. Stroumbert needs to get a kill quick on Jay. With that rage, a tipper will do, and then he has to deal with Kells. Jay
no,
going
very
safely
good.
for that down smash, and that is going to close the game. 2-1 for the dream team of HOH, Supergirl Kells, HOH Detonate. Supergirl Kells, I always forget a sponsor, and HOH's own Crazy Little Jay. Anyway, I got to get on the stream for my game now. It was a pleasure commentating with you,
Yes, of course.
and I hope
Looking
to be
forward-
back soon.
I'll be sitting here all day, so
Fouad, I think